Hi, Peter. Peter Ummerhofer. You have many years' experience in the IGS industry, but you're now an independent consultant with your own company, Go Consulting.
Right.
So it's great to have a chat with you here to get an independent perspective on some of the goings on in the industry and some of the big news stories from this week here at the ITS World Congress. One of which is the Swarco takeover of Dunic. What's your take on this and this new deal?
Yeah, it's one of those occasions currently in this industry, which was quite stable for a long time, right? The IT industry. I've been in this industry for more than 20 years. Of course, there's always some dynamic, some movement because it's technology driven. But in the last couple of months, the last 12 months, there's a lot of things ongoing, especially the top guys in this industry, Swarco, Unix, Cubic. A lot of things are happening. And to your question specifically on Swarco, a very interesting transaction. So they took over Dunic, or about to take over Dunic, which is a Dutch-based traffic management company. And I think from a Swarco perspective, not being involved in that transaction, but more from an outside perspective, a very smart move. On the one hand side, it allows them to grow in their home market, right, to capture market share by doing consolidation. And at the same time, it's also a protective move, I guess, because they want to make sure that Dunic does not end up in the wrong hands, meaning in the hands of one of their bigger competitors from North America, for example.
Yes, so we see these medium, largest companies in the ITS industry now starting to grow and compete to become, the biggest.
Absolutely. So the big guys, I mentioned them already, they seem to kind of shift gears in order to go the next step in their growth story. Collecting money like Cubic, now being part of a couple of private equity funds, and we're curious to see what happens next there. Then Singapore Technology taking over TransCore, is about to take over TransCore just recently. So a lot of things are happening right now, and I think, as I said, they all try to go the next step in their growth story.
That's another big story, isn't it? The Singapore Technologies TransCore, huge multi-billion pound deal, 2.5 billion, 2.6, something like that, and that's. But then that's not. How do you see that for the two companies involved there, two big companies?
Yeah, on a first glimpse, it was interesting to see that a smaller Asian company. I mean, Singapore Technologies is a small company, but their ITX activities compared to the TransCore activities are potentially much smaller. But it was interesting to see that an Asian company is taking over a North American company. So from a first glimpse, okay, not sure. But if you think it through, I think it makes a lot of sense for both sides. I would assume that TransCore being very much focused on North America, so they have some business in Middle East, but the majority of their revenues are being generated in North America. They reached a certain level where it was, I guess, difficult for them to grow in their home market, in their home country. And therefore, the now being part of Singapore Technology should be possible for them, that they build a new bases in Asia, and that Singapore Technology is opening doors for them in the Asian market, which is of all the markets, geographies around the world, North America or the Americas, Europe, Middle East, Africa and Asia, it's the most interesting market right now with the highest growth rates.
So opening doors for both of them involved.
Absolutely.
But the fact that we've got these small, medium companies becoming bigger and, bigger giants almost in the ITS industry, is that a sign of health in the industry, do you think? This is a growing, vibrant industry?
Absolutely. I mean, as I said, I'm in this industry for a long time, and I think all this new mobility stuff, which comes on top of the more standard ITS solutions we know since many years, that really propels it, right? Autonomous driving, connected cars, mobility as a service, all that plays a role here and makes this industry attractive for investors and for the stakeholders in this industry, and everybody wants to grow and leverage the situation that there's so much opportunity.
It's growing and vibrant, and we really feel that this week here in Hamburg. It's
Absolutely.
been a really buzzing event. And making room now for startups. This is there's new technologies coming through, as you say, and plenty of room for new startups, would you say?
Absolutely, and there's a great startup corner here on this show, where some of these companies are showing what they can do. They coming very much, all of them coming from the technology side, right? They are good in developing software, and now they position their software and their capabilities in the ITS space in order to allow new smart solutions, for example, to monitor intersections and detect safety critical situations, and use that technology for such use cases, and of course use this fair to knock on the doors of their potential customers, which are then often the bigger ITS companies. So great to see that new stuff is upcoming and new fresh thinking is also coming.
It really is, and it's great to see you here. So thank you for that insight, and we'll keep watching and keep reporting on what's going on. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
We'll
Tom.
see you soon.